Hi everybody, this is David Schilling, and this thing's about how can you find the true religion? I think you can find it at jw.org. Anyway, let me read this to you. The true religion would be united in a bond of love, a bond so strong that they would even risk being sentenced to jail for any amount of time. The first century Christians risked being slaughtered by the Roman gladiators in the arenas and by getting eaten by their vicious animals. Later, true Christians risked being killed by the Roman Catholic Church, created by the pagan apostate, Christian infiltrator, and conspirer Emperor Constantine, the Catholic religion's originator and first pope. So the first proof of being true Christians would be its love amongst themselves, as Jesus said. Jesus said, "You will know my followers if they have love among themselves." So, true religion has greater love than other religions have. Okay, the second way you can recognize what true religion is by being separate from the world or no part of the world. Jesus said, "I am no part of the world." And he also said, "They are no part of the world, just as I am no part of the world." So proof of being no part of the world, true Christians would not be involved in Satan's system's politics, as Catholics, Protestants, Baptists, Pentecostals, Lutherans, and other religions are in a type of prostitute adulterous relationships with the kings of the world and the rulers of Satan's system of things. What do you think? You could be part of the world, part of Satan's rulerships. You can go into office and rule along with Satan if you're a true Christian. If you're in a true organization, the true religion, you would be a part of Satan's world. Okay. Jesus did not get involved in Satan's politics. They tried to get him involved in his politics, but he said, "Leave Caesar's things to Caesar's and God's things to God's." Jesus said, "My kingdom is no part of this world." This is Satan's world. Of course, Jesus' kingdom. If it was Jesus' kingdom, you could be political, and a part of it. But as it is, it's Satan's kingdom. You can't be a part of Satan's kingdom, right? It says James 4:4 and 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 through 17. So why do so many religions seek a human ruler? Because they have been or allowed themselves to be misled by Satan to get involved in politics, which to God and to Jesus is called spiritual prostitution, and is hated intensely by Jehovah. So the second proof a religion is being true religion is it's being separated from politics, and it's in a neutral position. So if your religion is involved in politics, it is automatically eliminated from any possibility of being the true religion. The third point of how to find true religion: the true religion obeys Jesus' command to go out door to door, as in Matthew chapter 10. Jesus commanded there to go preaching. door to door, house to house, preaching the good news of God's kingdom. Okay, until it is finished in the last days. Jesus said that the preaching campaign he started would continue right down to the end of Satan's system of things, saying in Matthew chapter 24:14, this good news of the kingdom will be preached in all the inhabited earth for a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come. All the nations. Before God and Jesus destroys Satan's nations, he has to bear witness about his coming kingdom first. Give people a chance to be in his kingdom rather than Satan's kingdom. But religions are on Satan's side because they're joining these religions are joining forces with Satan's governments. They're being a part of Satan's governments that are going to be destroyed by Jesus Christ. So that's a proof that they're eliminated from being true Christians. So the door-to-door work worldwide would prove you are the true religion and not one that just says they do God's work. See, doing God's work from door to door proves that you are God's religion, and the only religion doing that is Jehovah Witnesses, because they talk about God's kingdom. The Mormons do not talk about God's kingdom. They're not interested in God's kingdom. They're interested in making you a part of the world. So they came to my house and they said, oh, look at these popular sports people, these popular musicians, these popular actresses and stuff, and politicians that are Mormons. See, they're bragging and boasting about being a part of the world, not like Jehovah Witnesses. We knock on the door. We get people out of the world, not pull them into the world. Okay, the fourth sign that you can find the true religion is this. Jesus' true followers recognize when he is present in kingdom power. We would know when he was in power, which means for the earth that they are in the last days and that the signs Jesus gave began to appear in the world on a worldwide basis starting from the year 1914 onward. Jesus' followers would not be spiritually sleeping as other religions are, with their efforts to help repair Satan's world rather than seek God's kingdom first. They're seeking Satan's kingdoms first. They're taking care of man-made organizations here on the earth, man-made governments. That's their priority because that's what they do first. And they pledge their allegiance to them. They salute to them. They salute their flag. They promise to serve men rather than God. And Jesus said, it is to Jehovah your God you must worship. It is to him alone you must render sacred service to. But they render sacred service to, rather than to Jehovah, they render sacred service to whichever government they live under, whichever kingdom they live under, whichever nation they are under. That's who their God is. Their God is their political leader. And Jesus said, call no man leader on the earth, because one is your leader, the Christ. And he pointed at himself. I am the leader of this Christian organization. So call no other man leader, but that's not what they do. They call their leader the president or prime minister or whatever. See, that's their leader. Because you can't have two leaders. You can't serve this leader and the other one, because you will hate one and love the other one. You'll be loyal to one, disloyal to the other one. So, we accept that in 1914, in the last days, your religion is fast asleep spiritually and has been manipulated and distorted and numbed to sleep by Satan. You can eliminate all sleeping religions. True religion not only recognizes we are in the last days, but it does not get distracted into other forms of great works. Yeah, great works. But not works commanded by our Master and Lord Jesus Christ. Only the good news of the kingdom must be preached and not the taking care of Satan's worlds. Satan's world's homeless. Satan's world's hungry. Satan's world's sick people. Jesus commanded us not to take care of the sick and homeless. He said, preach, baptize, and he never commanded Christians to empty out their wallets. Would you empty out your wallet even for Jesus? People are emptying out their wallets for false religions that Jesus doesn't even approve of. Yeah. You go ahead and do that. Be a part of false religion and empty out your wallet. Empty out your hope of everlasting life on Jesus, in Jesus' new kingdom too. Because now you know how to recognize true religion. There's no excuse anymore.